We all know that Ford is currently upgrading their lineup, and now it's the Ranger's turn. And to be honest, every other company is doing the same thing. But this one is different because the Ranger is becoming a global truck. And this is good for us because now they'll be competing with the world, which means they have to listen to their customers, and they actually did that. But watch till the end because there are 3 more reasons why this truck will make it to the top, and all other brands know it. So what really changed? The Ranger is becoming a global truck, and this decision comes with lots of changes. The first change is that Ford is making this truck simple. Soon it's going to be like the F-150 of the world, and there's only one way to do that. In order to conquer the global market and scale up production, they need to make it easier for us and them too, to be honest. Just think about it. How many times have you had a good experience purchasing a car from dealerships? With the way things are right now, Ford wouldn't be able to sustain any new buyers, and this model is definitely going to get them plenty of new customers. It's so different from the rest of the trucks out on the market. These changes are pretty exciting, but they're a bit of a double-edged sword. Take the Maverick as an example. It was a unique truck, and people loved it so much that Ford can't even keep up. So they need to do this to venture into unexplored territories globally, and this means a budget-friendly price tag and of course a lot more fun for you and me. That's the first reason why this truck is destined to come out on top. So, how's this all coming together? In just a few minutes, we'll dive into the nitty-gritty, the engine, the design, and all those details. But first, you need to understand that this idea of keeping it simple is the guiding concept for every single feature in this truck. It's the secret sauce that could either make it or break it. But there's more. Each trim level now has its own unique flair and a specific purpose. Ford took a machete to the complex ordering system, making buying a car less of a head-scratcher. It makes total sense, right? Who's got time to look at each minute detail? But don't worry, they're not going to cut down on practical things. Because Ford isn't just simplifying for the sake of it, or even for marketing reasons. They're smartly trimming costs without going all out minimalistic. And unlike Toyota's Land Cruiser, or even Ford's own Maverick, this isn't about a gimmicky, stripped-down ride. No, there is a right way to do it, and here's what that looks like. Design. Surely when it comes to design, your personal taste matters the most, but in our view, this is a significant improvement over the past, and that is very impressive, because the previous models were designed really well. But the Ford Ranger now exudes more boldness and aggression, featuring a heightened hood that sharply contrasts with the previous generation's taller, visibility-focused design. But don't worry about the side effects of a raised hood because they've already thought about it, and they have a small camera that's fitted on the front to help you see while you're parking. If you think about it, this isn't even better than the normal way. Ford also thought about maintenance. When it gets blocked with dirt or something else and you need to clean it, you can just use the cleaning nozzle that dispenses windshield wiper fluid whenever the wipers are in use. These details and practical features set this truck apart from others, and it's just cool if we're being honest. This new model has a redesigned grille, replacing the old-school look with a more modern and stylish design that enhances the overall experience, seamlessly blending the grille into the lower bumper. But there is one thing we can all appreciate. All the muscle this truck flexes. Look at the flared fenders. Beyond their tough appearance, these fenders provide increased clearance for larger wheels and improved suspension travel, enhancing their off-road capability. The truck's aggressive stance, muscular lines, and sculpted contours project an unwavering confidence on the road. At the back, Ford raised their logo, putting it higher on the tailgate with the dark tail lights and the BLIS radar integrated. Ford is determined to make this truck practical, and this is a fairly large truck, so they can do lots of things with it, and that is what they did. They even added a step to the side of the bed, making it easy to climb up and down, and it's wide enough for both feet, nice and simple. But that's not all. This model has a larger bed, and inside the bed, bright LED lights are fitted to help when loading or unloading stuff. There's a small issue though. You can only control the bed lights from inside the truck. There's no button on the bed itself. Still, it's a small trade-off for a truck that's versatile and handy. Paying attention to details is nice. We just wish they could have thought about this detail too. But does it change what we think about this model? Because this truck is great where it matters. It has a bigger bed, thanks to a longer wheelbase and wider stance than before. This means it can handle large items and even a full-size sheet of plywood. And there's more thoughtfulness in the small things. The bed cutouts are designed for extra racks or tents. Now, other brands would have stopped here, but Ford took it one step further because they made cutouts to put tents on your truck. But don't worry about not being able to reach the top. Ford thought about that, which is why they made the side steps. These tiny details really are practical and they complement each other. To be honest, we can go all day talking about each useful detail, but that is enough description of what this truck looks like. Let's talk about the most crucial feature of the truck: engine options. The all-new Ford Ranger still packs a punch with its reliable 2.3-liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder engine. But there's more. Ford has unveiled an exciting addition to the Ranger lineup: the 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6. This powerhouse V6 brings a thrilling surge of power and torque, tailored for those who crave exceptional performance from their truck. What's even better is that this thing seamlessly integrates with the Ranger's refined chassis and drivetrain, ensuring a driving experience that's both exhilarating and comfortable. But if you're hungry for more power and capabilities, the Ford Ranger Raptor is the ultimate choice for you. Fueled by the monstrous 3-liter EcoBoost V6, the Ranger Raptor boasts an unbeatable combination of raw power, off-road prowess, and an adrenaline-pumping ride. This carefully tuned V6 unleashes a staggering 405 horsepower and 430 pounds of torque, transforming this truck into an off-road beast. Now, what more could you ask for? This truck is designed down to the tiniest detail, featuring a reliable and highly capable powertrain. And the thoughtful design doesn't stop at the exterior. The interior is equally marvelous. Often, when a vehicle is this exceptional, you'd expect the price to soar, but we'll get into the details later on. Before that, let's talk about another crucial thing that no truck driver can compromise on: towing and payload. Towing capacity is useful, and the new Ranger can carry up to 7,500 pounds, especially when equipped with the upgraded towing package. Now, this is not the only part that matters. Payload capacity is another huge thing to look out for. We should always remember the tongue weight. That's the force from the trailer on the hitch that affects the payload. For a 7,000-pound trailer, you've got 700 pounds of payload from the trailer. But don't worry, the Ranger's top-notch payload, roughly 1,800 pounds, means it can carry a huge load even with a sizable trailer. And even without the upgraded towing package, the Ranger confidently pulls up to 3,500 pounds from the bumper alone, perfectly meeting the towing needs of the majority of customers. Interior. Critics weren't too happy with the last model, complaining about the cramped feel and a not-so-fancy infotainment system. But it seems like Ford's been taking notes. This new model is equipped with a completely revamped dashboard, center console, and steering wheel. It features an upgraded instrument cluster, a beefed-up Sync 4 touchscreen infotainment system, and if you opt for the Lariat trim level, you get an extra upper glove box. And the FX4 package has an electronic center console shifter to make room for the Active Park Assist 2.0 system. It's like having a personal valet for your parking maneuvers. At the back, there are two outlets. One's a standard 12-volt power outlet, and the second is a 400-watt inverter. But now, it's time for the moment of truth. Price and release date. Starting at $32,565, the XL trim kicks off the lineup, a modest $1,000 bump from the previous model. However, as you move up the trims, especially with the Raptor, the distinctions become more pronounced. Currently, no one has a concrete release date. But one more noteworthy point: simplicity is the key in this context, ensuring a hassle-free purchasing experience while reducing the risk of Maverick-like complications. This forms the third compelling reason why the Ranger is set for success. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.